Have you ever felt like a backup plan in someone's life? Like you're only called upon when it's convenient for them? The Stoics believe that we determine our own worth, not through words, but through actions and values. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is your call to stop settling for being an option and step into the role of a priority. In today's video, we'll explore how to take control of your self-worth and command respect in all areas of life. Each point builds upon Stoic principles to help you redefine how you're perceived and treated. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's a simple way to support our journey, and I promise you'll walk away with life-changing insights if you stay until the end. Number 1, build an unshakable foundation of self-respect. To become a priority, the first step is respecting yourself, something the Stoics saw as non-negotiable. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you think of yourself as secondary, that's exactly how the world will treat you. Self-respect starts with setting clear boundaries. For example, if a friend only reaches out when they need a favor but disappears when you need help, it's time to reassess that dynamic. Politely communicate that while you value the friendship, it has to be mutual. This doesn't mean cutting people off. It means creating space for relationships that uplift rather than drain you. Another critical aspect is consistency. Respect is earned by how you carry yourself daily, whether it's showing up for your commitments or refusing to tolerate mistreatment. People will mirror the way you treat yourself. If you're kind but firm in your boundaries, they'll treat you with the same regard. Think of self-respect as the core of your being. Without it, every effort to be prioritized by others crumbles. With it, you become a force that others naturally admire and value. Number 2, prioritize your own goals above all else. Epictetus taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." Too often, we allow ourselves to be distracted by others' needs, neglecting our own ambitions in the process. But here's the truth. You can't expect anyone else to prioritize you if you don't prioritize yourself. Consider someone who is constantly saying yes to everyone else's requests but never has time to work on their own dreams. Their life becomes an endless cycle of pleasing others at the expense of personal growth. Instead, set clear goals, whether it's advancing in your career, starting a new hobby, or improving your health, and pursue them with discipline. For instance, if you're working on a fitness journey and someone suggests skipping the gym to hang out, stand firm. Politely decline and explain that your commitment to your health comes first. This isn't selfish, it's an assertion of your values. When you focus on your goals, you send a clear signal. Your time is valuable, and you won't compromise it lightly. Over time, people will begin to respect this about you, and you'll naturally transition from being an option to a priority in their lives. Number 3, master the power of no. Saying no is one of the most empowering skills you can develop, and the Stoics would argue it's essential to living with purpose. Seneca wrote, "Associate only with those who will make a better man of you." Part of being a priority is learning to say no to things and people that don't align with your values. For instance, if a colleague frequently offloads their work onto you, it's time to set boundaries. You don't have to be rude. Simply state, "I'm unable to help this time because I'm focusing on my own tasks." This small but firm declaration shifts the balance of respect. Saying no doesn't just protect your time, it protects your energy and mental space. When you reserve your resources for things that truly matter, you're not only more effective but also more respected. People may resist at first, especially if they're used to you always saying yes. But in the long run, they'll respect your boundaries and see you as someone who values themselves. Number 4, leave detached from validation. One of the most freeing lessons in Stoicism is to detach from external validation. Marcus Aurelius said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." To be a priority, stop seeking approval from others and find satisfaction within yourself. Imagine someone who constantly posts on social media, fishing for likes and comments to feel validated. This behavior screams insecurity and lowers their perceived value. Instead, focus on actions that align with your values, not on how others will react. For example, if you're proud of an accomplishment, celebrate it for yourself rather than broadcasting it to gain praise. By doing this, you cultivate a quiet confidence that draws others in without demanding their attention. When you stop chasing validation, you exude self-worth. People are drawn to those who don't rely on external opinions for their happiness, making you an undeniable priority. Number 5, demand reciprocity in relationships. Seneca wisely noted, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Being a priority means ensuring that your relationships are built on mutual respect and reciprocity. Think of a one-sided friendship where you're always the one calling, planning, or checking in. Over time, this dynamic can breed resentment and lower your self-esteem. Instead, test the waters. Step back and see if the other person puts in equal effort. If they don't, it's a sign to reevaluate the relationship. Healthy relationships are partnerships. Whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship, or family bond, both parties should contribute equally. This doesn't mean keeping score, but ensuring that the emotional and practical investment is balanced. By demanding reciprocity, you send a clear message: you're worth the effort. Those who genuinely value you will rise to the occasion, while others will fade away. Number 6. Let your actions speak louder than words. Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. If you want to be treated as a priority, your actions must consistently reflect your values. For instance, if you want people to respect your time, start by respecting it yourself. Don't overbook your schedule or cancel plans without good reason. When others see you honor your commitments, they'll be more likely to honor theirs with you. Actions are far more persuasive than words. You can tell people to treat you a certain way, but until you live that standard yourself, it won't stick. Over time, this consistency builds trust and respect, making you a cornerstone in the lives of those who matter. Number 7, surround yourself with people who lift you up. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The Stoics emphasize the importance of choosing your company wisely. If you're constantly surrounded by people who undermine your value, it's almost impossible to see yourself as a priority. Seek out relationships with those who inspire you, challenge you, and respect you. For example, if a friend celebrates your wins as much as their own, that's someone worth keeping. Conversely, if someone consistently belittles your goals, it's time to distance yourself. The company you keep shapes how others perceive you. By aligning with people who see you as a priority, you reinforce your worth and ensure you're treated accordingly. Number 8, show gratitude but don't overcompensate. Gratitude is essential in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of life's blessings. However, gratitude doesn't mean undervaluing yourself or overcompensating in relationships. For example, if someone does you a favor, thank them sincerely, but don't feel obligated to return it tenfold. A simple act of kindness doesn't mean you owe your entire self to someone. When you practice gratitude without sacrificing your autonomy, you create balanced relationships where your worth is acknowledged. By appreciating others while maintaining self-respect, you create a dynamic where people value your presence even more. Number 9, communicate your standards clearly. Clarity is key. Stoics valued straightforwardness, and being a priority means articulating your standards without fear or hesitation. If someone treats you as an afterthought, calmly but directly express how you feel. For example, if a partner cancels plans frequently, say, "I value time together, and I need consistency to feel appreciated." This isn't demanding, it's stating your needs. Clear communication prevents misunderstandings and sets the tone for how you expect to be treated. When you articulate your standards with grace, you establish your value without needing to fight for it. Number 10, live with authentic confidence. Confidence is not arrogance. It's an inner strength that radiates self-worth. The Stoics believed in living authentically and not wavering in the face of external opinions. When you walk into a room, hold your head high and act as though you belong. Speak with conviction, even in everyday conversations. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence without arrogance. This confidence makes you unforgettable, a true priority in the lives of those around you. In the end, being a priority is not about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself. By building self-esteem, prioritizing your goals, and setting clear boundaries, you show the world how to value you. The Stoics didn't wait for recognition. They created lives worthy of it. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. You have the power to change how others perceive you and live life as a priority, not an option. Take that first step today and start living with intention and confidence.